Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video, we're going to revisit an altcoin gem that I highlighted to members back in December. I think it was the 17th of December. I was very unwell. It was a very short video, but I really liked this particular project and I do think that it is a hidden gem currently. Now, there's not really much being said about it online, but you know, for me, it went from about 40 cents when I highlighted it to over $2.50. It's pulled back very, very nicely now. We had some very happy Patreon members, so do check out the link in the description and see if joining our Patreon service is one for you. Potentially, you know, if you weren't a member, you would have missed out on this opportunity to go from 40 cents to over $2.50. Because I didn't follow it up with a general video, right? And members are the ones that are prioritized here. So, you know, do check that out if that's of interest to yourself. If you enjoy this sort of content, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. Right, let's get down to the desktop. Okay, so 𝗕𝗪𝗀𝗃 is the project that I want to highlight to everyone here. It's at 0.2204, down 3.44% at the time of recording. And as you can see, I highlighted it back sort of in December. It was around, here we go, 17th of December. It was at 23.81 and it is now, well, it went up to $2.53. And we're currently sat at 0.2204. So for me, this is a potential opportunity. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Treat it as educational purposes only. Go away, do your research, and just be aware that cryptocurrency is a very volatile market. And, you know, you've got to be willing to lose whatever money you put into this market. So just make sure that you understand all the risks. And this is for educational purposes only. And I'm not a financial advisor. So the max supply is 500 million. I really like that sort of amount. I like the tokenomics that they've got going on here. Only 29% currently in circulation. Again, I'm not too concerned because of the vesting that the team have got over a 5-year period is really positive. I do like the tokenomics. If we actually have a look here, I like to just have a quick sort of scan through what's actually happening currently. And one thing that I would say is I've been looking at several projects around trading volume, and a lot of it is down about 25%, but this particular project is up 37.41%. I do think this one is one of those projects that's likely to pop to the upside. Now, obviously, you know, transactions are irreversible. You know, there's lots of scammers trying to get hold of your money. And this project is very much around data. And you know, this is on-chain to off-chain data as well. So with their contacts and what they're looking to do, they've got, you know, a very good detection system that enables them to be able to detect, you know, the threat. If you potentially lose your crypto, they with their contacts, you know, have the potential to find out and show you, you know, the wallets that it's gone to and all that sort of wonderful stuff. But they also have the you know, I guess the chance of being able to return that crypto as well. So I really do like the things that they're doing here. Obviously, they monitor blockchain data in real time and build functionality on top of the data in your products and workflows. You know, again, this is a really interesting project. You know, they're working with the likes of Binance, Solana, Polkadot, Chainlink, Aave, Algorand, Injective, Dash. The list goes on, and I think this is just going to be a project that grows over time. So for me, you know, I think we are getting in at a really, really good price. Obviously, you know, they've got you know, data that they can support with Telegram, Discord, Google Sheets, and webhooks as well. You know, look, networks we support, there's just tons and tons of you know, networks that they support here, and it's really interesting to get a flavor of what is being said as well. You know, got some really positive words of encouragement from the likes of the CEO of Algorand, for example. You know, you've got the head of Binance as well, obviously saying really positive things about this particular project. You know, Solana CEO again saying really positive things about this project. You know, the list goes on, and I want to keep this video quite short. I get feedback that, you know, you're a bit frustrated that I just read through, you know, what's on a website, but at the end of the day, this video isn't really for me to sort of tell you everything that there is to know about a project. It's really just to highlight the immense opportunities that are out there. And for me at the moment, I'm not really like in a phase where I'm buying lots of crypto, and nor is Nick. We are buying some, don't get me wrong, these prices are very, very juicy, but ultimately Nick and myself bought into a lot of these projects at much cheaper prices. You know, over a year ago, when, you know, for example, VeChain was 0.5 cent, you know, ADA was 10 cent, you know, like when we make purchases now, and the same goes with Harmony at like 0.5 cent, you know, Anchor 0.5 cent. You know, if we buy now, we're just increasing our average price per token or coin as we invest, right? So, you know, you've got to be careful in this market. You know, it is a bit turbulent with everything that's happening, you know, around the world, but I really do like the use case of this project. I think this is one that's going to do really well. I think data is a very, very powerful mechanism, and currently, you know, we need projects like this that make it way more decentralized, because ultimately at the moment there's just a few players that literally control the data, and that is never a healthy thing. You know, the tokenomics here, again, what I will do is I will link all of these articles in the description of the video, and it's an interesting one, right? The team and advisory part 29.25 million, release 1.4 million per month. Again, this is like vesting over a 5-year period, and they have like a wallet where, you know, tokens, they're not necessarily burnt, but they're put into this other wallet, and over time they're gradually reintroduced, obviously looking not to impact the price negatively, but with a 500 million total supply, I think, you know, that's a good sort of number. The other thing that I would say is, you know, it's a really big, strong team. I really do like the team. I like the fact that it's all connected to LinkedIn, so you can pretty much find out all the information that you want to find out about the team. Again, I love when projects are very, you know, clear and concise, detailing, you know, the teams. For me, this is like something that's very, very important. So overall, I think, you know, the backers of this project are huge. What, you know, big prominent players in this space are saying about this project is all really, really positive. I can see that they're active. They've got a good following, which is growing over time. And I think this is a project where, you know, we've seen this before, right? Like it takes a lot for me to get excited about a project. But I am really excited about this project. You know, the last time I've kind of felt, you know, as strong as I do about a project would be the likes of Harmony, Elrond, VeChain, for example. You know, when we were getting into these projects, when barely anyone was talking about them, I kind of feel like this is one of those projects where, you know, there's very few people that have done a video on it, maybe one or two, but I do think this is a project when it gets going and people start to hear more about it, I think going to start to really see the social aspect with influencers and so forth starting to you know, increase, and with that, FOMO and all that sort of wonderful stuff. Now, one thing that I would say, obviously none of our videos like this are endorsed or paid content in any way. This is just purely my opinion on this particular project. So to summarize, I think the price pulling back like it has with the rest of the market, for me, has set this one up beautifully, which is why I want to highlight it to everybody. Now, I'm not suggesting that you go get in at this price. It could pull back further, and at that point I would be looking to ladder my way in, but you know, I do kind of feel that this is a project that could have the potential to go to its all-time high again, or surpass its all-time high. So, you know, it's a project that, you know, for me might be a long-term investment, but it's a project that I'm going to look to invest more and more of my capital into. So if you enjoyed this sort of video, mash that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.